Spain's prime minister has put Catalonia on notice that it could impose direct rule on the region. Mariano Rajoy said his government had asked the regional government to clarify whether or not it had declared independence. The move is the first step towards suspending Catalonia's autonomy under the constitution. Catalan leaders signed a declaration of independence on Tuesday, but halted implementation to allow for talks. The government in Madrid has now given Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont 5 days to say whether or not he has declared independence, Spanish news agency EFE reports. If Mr. Puigdemont confirms he has declared independence, he will be given a further 3 days to withdraw the declaration before Article 155 of the Constitution, allowing central government to suspend a region's autonomy and impose direct rule, is invoked, EFE adds. Spain has been in turmoil since the separatist government held a disputed referendum in Catalonia on 1 October, which was declared invalid by the country's constitutional court. Almost 90% of voters backed independence with a turnout of 43%, Catalan officials say. Anti-independence voters largely boycotted the ballot, and there were several reports of irregularities. National police were involved in violent scenes, as they tried to stop the vote taking place. Mr. Rajoy accused Mr. Puigdemont of having created deliberate confusion, and said he wanted to restore certainty. This call, ahead of any of the measures that the government may adopt under Article 155 of our Constitution, seeks to offer citizens the clarity and security that a question of such importance requires. Mr. Rajoy said, "There is an urgent need to put an end to the situation that Catalonia is going through, to return it to safety, tranquility and calm, and to do that as quickly as possible." Mr. Rajoy was speaking after holding an emergency cabinet meeting on Wednesday morning, to discuss the government's next steps. Speaking later in Parliament, Mr. Rajoy said Spain was facing the most serious threat to its 40-year-old democracy. He accused the separatists of hatching an anti-democratic plan foisting their will on all the people of Catalonia, and said the Spanish government had had no choice but to restore order. It falls to the Catalan leader to restore constitutional normality, he told deputies, rejecting any suggestion of outside mediation in the dispute. He added that he was willing to negotiate on the issue of regional autonomy and changes to the constitution, but this had to be within the framework of the law. Katja Adler, BBC Europe editor, Madrid. Spain's prime minister tried today to put the ball back in the Catalan court. He's asked the Catalan president to clarify if he is making a declaration of independence or not. There is no official timeframe for the response, although political sources in Spanish media are now talking about 5 days. And then there is an argument about whether that includes the weekend and Thursday's national holiday. In the meantime, sources in the Senate, Spain's upper house of parliament, where Prime Minister Rajoy's Popular Party has a majority, say the request has been made to trigger Article 155 of the Spanish Constitution, under which Mr. Rajoy would be able to suspend Catalan autonomy, possibly immediately, or bit by bit.